Okay, you do remember the part that you were ordered to radio in via Omnihook when you succeeded.
Yep, I have my Omnihook, and I have nothing better to do while writing, so I am going to radio it in. Mission accomplished.
Well, so this is in the middle of nowhere, and I don't see habitations here. Are there any civilian vehicles here?
There was a truck.
Did you blow it
Yeah,
up?
we do have one more truck.
No.
We could actually take that on our way out. If
I
you want.
suggested that Zero drive the truck.
Yeah, get in the truck, guys. We'll escort you.
Okay, perfect.
I suggest that we leave and not administer repairs
Agreed.
because they're going to be here. In fact, one of the problems we're going to run into is they could intercept us on the way back.
Right, I'm going to suggest pressing on through the night just to gain enough distance.
No, the
Maybe
night
we
is...
can even reach a town towards the north and rest there until...
We can't go to any of the towns.
well, then we could retreat behind the mountain and find a cave or something.
I mean, we're going to have to
Zero?
retreat back to where we came from.
Zero, let me reframe the scene. It is day already. When you started the attack, it was at sunbreak.
Oh,
so
yeah,
now
that's
it's
right.
day.
Yeah,
But, yeah.
it's sunrise right now, so we're basically pressing on through the day. We have our full daylight, and we're going to reach the end of our cycle when night hits.
I mean, we can't necessarily take the truck if there aren't roads to where we're escaping to. But if you escape to another urban area, we'll just get seized.
Right. So our only option right now is run. So we're gonna keep running.
Yeah. So I don't know if to the south, if there are civilian roads or if the truck is an all-terrain vehicle. I'm going to assume no to both.
No, it's an all-terrain vehicle. Because
Perfect.
how else would it have gotten there?
All right, we'll throw your, well, I guess we'll thermite your mechs and get out of here.
They're already basically destroyed. They're fine.
Yeah, what do? You argued a little bit, but I'm not sure what you want to do.
We take the truck and go south, back to where we came from.
Yeah, just follow the same course back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then
So we're heading back into the woods, basically.
Oh boy, I hope you wore your thick trousers, Zero. Since you're completely exposed to the thousands of blizzards that we went through to get here the first time.
Yeah. Then please roll stealth checks to see if you can make it unseen. I mean, whoever pilots the vehicle.
Yeah, whoever's piloting. So I guess I'll roll one for the truck.
Yeah.
Actually, Cobra, you have a good check. Why don't you make the check while I drive and you're advising?
Alright, I will be using Survive for this.
Oh yeah, behind that snowbank.
Okay, that was 3 checks. 2 of you made it. So you actually managed to not get spotted. And then you reach the woods.
Lesser, since I am having a bit of lag, you go ahead and move the token for now, please.
I was literally just doing that.
Thank you. Yeah, see, it only just now updated for me.
Okay. And I would like to take a 5-minute break. Maybe I'm back sooner. You can catch refresh things, whatever. See you
Okay, I will
soon.
grab some water real quick. Get her back.
Completely unhurt. Which I guess makes up for being almost nearly destroyed on the way here.
I guess I could have surrendered and just let you guys mop them up for me, but Blaze of Glory, it's all good.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting you to roll up on the Flash clones table. But since you didn't die, it doesn't matter.
Okay, I'm back. So I guess you've all taken breaks.
Well, I mean, I never went anywhere.
I'm sorry.
I'm here.
Okay. Then Ref, we are waiting for Ref, right? Okay. And Yennevel has another saying for you. Being sane or insane is relative. The questions that sometimes drive me hazy. Am I or are the others crazy?
Well, given what we just done, I think we're just all crazy. Hey, that's Rafferty.
Hey, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
A very dear friend of mine was unfortunately admitted to a psychiatric institution. But after he got out, he then pointed out that he had a discharge papers and said, here's a piece of paper that says I'm not crazy. Do any of you have a piece of paper that says you're not crazy?
I made that joke after I was actually and very really discharged from a mental facility back in 2002, I
okay.
think. I made that joke
Practice
because I
also
literally had
practice.
that paper. Yeah. I was
How long
apparently
ago-
crazy once, but I'm alright now. I've got paperwork.
Yeah. You reach the woods and you manage to evade any patrols or chasers. And now it's afternoonish. So maybe 13 o'clock.
We could go back to that kid's house and monitor the radio.
We could very well do that.
I mean,
Good
we never went
question.
to his house, though. We just let him run off into the woods.
Right.
But I guess we could always knock on the door and say hello now.
No, I'm saying
Yeah,
we
yeah.
never saw where he lived. We haven't been to his house.
You
How
could
hard can
search
that be
for
to
his
find?
house.
I'm
I
just saying that we want to spend time looking for his house.
Well, we have 2 mechs and a single truck, and, you know, I'm putting the heat up pretty high on this thing, but I think it actually has a fuel source. And it might run out.
Well, why don't you just idle it, turn the heater on, and we'll carry the truck. That way you're using less fuel.
Well, one way or another, I am still monitoring the radio for, any updates to, the front or any additional orders. Now that we're hidden and in the forest, now would probably be a good time to just stop and start doing some repairs to our remaining mechs.
Yeah. I mean, when you radio in, you are given 2 choices. Either you wait out for probably weeks, or you make the same trip back. Because the attack is going well, but till the front line reaches you, that will take a while, even if it goes well.
Well, I do have extra rations, and we do know how to build igloos, but, actually, Maybe that's not too bad of an idea. Just hop down the cliff over there, build an igloo, hold out with all these extra rations, and just camp.
And just hope the war goes well. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to. No.
Well, who's gonna come in? Who's going to go to the Plain of Blizzards while the front's moving up to look for us amongst all the monsters that aren't going to touch our igloo?
You mean who's going to scout the advancing borderline between the war? I think soldiers. Soldiers would be my answer, considering that there's 2 military bases on either side of our current location.
Well, the main point with that is, we already know where the gap between them is, where they don't patrol. So we should be safe if we abuse that same gap again.
Right, that's what I'm saying. We march through it and head our way back. I'm just arguing for moving forwards or south rather than holding up and waiting for the front to reach us.
You guys got any opinions?
I second trying to get a little bit further away.
If we monitor the approaches, we could figure out how far our friendly troops are penetrating into the lines. Once the line gets close enough, we can make a break.
Yeah, but the ETA on that is 2 weeks, so everyone else wants to move in faster.
2 weeks.
Or move out. At least 2 weeks.
I don't think we have enough food to hold out for 2 weeks.
I guess that is up to Tealshan. I do have extra rations.
As do I.
How long do you think that'll actually sustain us?
I mean, you're in a wood where you know that you can scavenge for food. So
Mhm.
with your extra rations, they will probably run out soon because you're already on the way for 10 days. But no, more than 10 days. 12 days now is the 13th day, but you could scavenge for food if you want.
Would Survive, Trigger, and Wilderness Survival Kit help with that?
But if you stay in this woods, you run the risk of getting spotted.
Right.
And if you run back, you will probably spend a day or two hungry.
I guess the more pressing concern is if we do run back across the Plain of Blizzards at all, then we run the risk of encountering more dangerous creatures with only half of our original force.
Right, but we decided to engage those creatures. We could just run.
I think the flying one is faster than anything we could possibly hope to do.
You remember that a cobra took some glands from the flying creature, and you pray that it does something.
That's right. Oh, we do have that.
Well,
We could definitely hope that we can avoid
You
things
should
with that.
take notes of things like that.
when I prayed,
It's been a bit, so I almost forgot.
when I prayed, what did my God say?
Said you're insane, I believe.
No, that's not what it said. You don't understand what my God says.
Try to be a rainbow in someone's cloud.
Wow, so my God just reads like quotes articles.
Next, it's gonna be like live, laugh, love.
No. It's too crazy for that. And too sparry.
But I'm still seeing more votes for heading back anyway then. So
Actually, I think we're pretty even, so I guess it really falls on you.
Right, and my vote is to let's not be indecisive and take an action. So, yeah, I suppose we will go ahead and, after taking some amount of rest, continue through the forest, go back to the cliff, scale down the cliff, and try to cross the plains again. We'll try to get as much food as we can while we're here, which will be up to Cobra, and hopefully that'll sustain us enough to get back to the front line as it advances.
All right, do you want me to do a survival for the foraging?
Yes, please. Wait, before you do stuff like that, your approach, describing your approach would be, so you search for berries and roots and stuff, or what did you do?
Well, there's no settlements around here to steal from, so yeah, he's looking for edible plant matter or hunting with his personal shotgun.
So do you put your focus more on hunting or more on gathering berries and roots?
Gathering berries and roots, but hunting opportunistically. Like if he sees an animal, he'll go for it.
Okay, then you will get maybe some roots for a day or two and one rabbit.
All right.
Okay.
So,
I'm going to go ahead and say we might not even have to cut entirely across it to the forest we started at. We could probably, after we round the base to our south, end up trying to progress towards the little gap down here.
anyway,
That's going to be my say-so at the moment. So, Theta, you are in control of the group movement once we are ready to move.
Like you don't have control of the token?
I have high latency, so just go ahead and start moving us south and keep out of range of that base.
This is going to give us time to repair our vehicle, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, he said that
Explicitly,
earlier.
we stopped to do that.
How do I apply repairs?
You spend a repair point, and you can restore a structure point for that on an Everest in particular.
I have lost 1 structure point. Huzzah!
Okay. You can
And-
also spend another repair point to fill your HP back up to full.
I'm fine.
Okay.
But we can't restore the core system.
No.
Well, it's not a restore. It's like a renewable asset that you only get back. It's like a chapter gift.
Okay, I'm
We
just
haven't done a
asking.
chapter. Yeah, no, I'm just trying to figure out the best way to describe it.
Yeah, it's just weirdly worded. So
Well, there's a
I've never driven a car with a fuel injector only worked once.
Yeah,
I've never driven a car with a fuel injector.
Yes, you have.
You think
you ever-
I've driven a car?
I was going to ask, have you ever driven a car?
I've owned a car. I haven't driven one. I
Yeah.
walk everywhere.
Wow, that just raises more questions. But let's keep going.
You tie a rope around the cart and drag it along, you know?
Okay, then as you
Sorry, I was
scale
thinking like a nitrous booster. That's what I was thinking.
as you scale the cliffs, it goes sunset comes close. Just that you're informed, but you
Okay.
can continue moving. No, when you scale the cliffs, sunset is already there.
So we could go ahead and camp by the cliffs, still obscured by the forest and outside of everything's range. So everything seems perfect then.
And then you sleep for 8 hours, right?
Yep.
I was just thinking that if Paladin had gotten eliminated as well, I could just carry you all, and we just keep walking forever because
Yeah, you could still do
Yeah.
that.
I don't sleep. But no, Paladin would have to stop, and I'm not just gonna leave Paladin behind.
Yeah, we would have to like abandon the mech or, you know.
Yeah, but
I mean, I
Why
could.
would you have to abandon me?
Oh, because you have no way to control your mech when you go to sleep.
Oh,
We basically would have an extra vehicle that we can't do anything with. I imagine we also left the truck at the top of the cliff too, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't see any way.
why don't we couldn't take the truck up the cliff?
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, is it the cliff too high to jump jet?
No, we can still jump it.
Yeah, then can't we just carry the truck up with the jump jets and
I
then?
don't think we have enough carrying capacity for the truck. And that's a good question. We only have 2 working mechs, though.
Right. I mean, well, you grab one side, I grab the other one, and we just time our jump.
The problem is the jumping is the problem. I fly, so in theory, if I could just we could get a crane rigged around the truck. In theory, if I could lift the truck, I could carry it all the way up to the top. But I don't know how big our mechs are or what our carrying capacity is.
I mean-
A human being is size 1.5. We are size 1.
Right. Is that a logarithmic scale or is that an exponential scale?
Right. I think we're like a story
It's a
tall or something.
It's a linear scale.
Right, so we're about 3 meters tall. So I don't think a humanoid-sized robot that's only 3 meters tall has enough to lift a 5 to 6, kiloton truck.
Yeah, the whole thought is silly. We're basically just hanging out with your mech. now.
What
Again,
might
you're
make-
saying silly, but we're trying not to expose you guys to the harsh elements of this world.
Yeah.
Well, another question might be, it might make sense to move along this edge here because there's a military base here, but we don't know if that's still occupied or not. This military base here might have a skeleton crew or might have been depopulated because of the front. And that is our only significant obstacle all the way down here.
Well, conversely,
Right,
they
once you
were
have even-
alerted to somebody attacking up there before we shut down communications.
Right. That's why I'm saying, like, there might be troops here. We already destroyed this. Okay. So even though they may have this spot right here might not be critical anymore. They might have moved some of their troops. I'm not saying all of them. They might have some of their troops. We could travel south along the wall here so it wouldn't be in monster territory. And then when we get close enough to here, see what intel we can find out about this. If we're lucky, this base could be nearly empty. And we could possibly get some resources there or skirt around that, because if we can get around that, then we can travel the rest of
Honestly, we could probably skirt around it pretty easily without losing very much time, especially if our goal is to get here. We
Right,
only
no,
barely
we're,
need to skirt around the edge.
we are
Right,
only
but-
2
but-
mechs at the moment. I don't see what the benefit of doing that would be.
Well, because
Because it
going-
could, well, I'm saying it could be the new front line, and we could just be walking into
It is
horror.
actually, compared to walking straight there, going slightly around it is exactly the same.
Oh, okay. I want to remind folks that this area up here, this plateau, is a nature preserve filled with monsters that want to eat you. It is still, now that a state of war has been declared, still full of monsters that want to eat you.
Right, that we randomly encountered, and for a long time didn't encounter at all. Whereas we know that the other side of the wall is filled with military units that want us dead as well.
But see, that's my point. You don't know that.
We don't know where they are, but we do know that they don't want us alive. They tried to
Well-
kill us already.
If we have 2 random encounters like we had last time in the same nature preserve that's up here, and we only have 2 mechs instead of 4, I'm guessing that the
Mhm.
2 unshielded civilians are going to die.
Right.
I don't
Because-
understand how that's better against modern weaponry that we would encounter if we came across any
We
military
could at
units.
least surrender to soldiers, is the
Thank
comparison.
you, XO. I was about to point out, if you surrender, they'll accept that, whereas the monsters will not.
Yeah, wild animals tend to not accept surrender or take prisoners.
And like I said, we don't even necessarily know where we don't know what's here. We know what's up here, unless somehow this floodgate opened and all the monsters started streaming out, which would be ridiculous. We would have heard that on the radio.
I submit authority to the chain of command. So, whatever.
In fact,
Right.
in fact, here's a very good question. So this wall that we're next to has automated defenses, correct?
It has defenses with personnel. They are not automated.
So there's people on this wall.
Yeah.
Who, when we fly over it, are populating. Okay, so there's machines on this wall. Machines that require electricity?
Yeah, but some of them could be locally powered, like your mechs.
Right.
If they're
that-
just like anti-air weaponry, like say
Right.
a flak gun or a cannon or something, they wouldn't need power from like the general grid or anything.
Okay. That's a good, I mean, that's one of my questions might be, would this cause a system failure of the wall? if it didn't, then let's not go over it. I was just thinking, like, wait, did the wall systems fail? Because that
Well-
might have been why they asked us to attack this, to make the wall systems fail.
Yeah, that
You
would have
mean
been
Cliff.
hilarious.
You mean cliff? It's not like an artificial wall. It's a cliffside.
The boundary system fail. But if we get here, you still got your mecha with the sensor suite. You could tell that those stations were still live, right?
I mean, we have the same range, I believe. Yeah, we have the same range.
So
I
we'd
can
actually
s-
have to go up there.
I mean, just to add in to your theories, if these stations are manned or not, these bases are there to protect the civilians from wildlife, so they would have to be probably pretty desperate to run from them and expose everybody to wildlife in the back. And you've seen how dangerous it can be. So.
Right, so they're equipped to fight the wildlife that we are too afraid to fight, which would make them even harder.
Hey, I salute this who have the to make sure that their nature preserve walls have fail safes in them in case of a failure of the power. Salute the engineers. I'm the executive officer. You have the awards. I would suggest that we should cling to this side because I'm telling you, those monsters are just going to eat you. Because I can't stop them from getting to you in time. One attack roll from them will instantly kill any.
Okay. I think then we can go ahead and at least skirt around 1 or 2 hexes away from the walls so that we aren't in horizon distance. And I think with our current crew, since I'm no longer the point of failure for the stealth, have a better chance of staying hidden doing so.
Well, we still have the truck. In theory, we could. Is the truck large enough to put the 2 mechs inside?
Maybe. Yeah.
Here's another question: when we encountered those 12 guys, okay, I need a clarification here because we assaulted the power plant, and then some people arrived an amount of time later.
Yeah.
How long did it take that response team to show up?
A minute?
Okay, so 1 minute. So they would have been visible on the horizon line, like approaching us, like we would have seen them or not. Like I'm trying, like how did they get there? Did they just walk all the way there?
No, it's
Remember,
this
they
area
were
is always a little bit snowy, so there's no drifting through the air. So the horizon line isn't your limit of vision. The limit of vision is usually they're much nearer, much closer. Because
The only way I can think of that they would have responded within a minute is they couldn't have been more than a minute away.
they were
Right,
1
they may
hex
have been
away.
patrolling it already or something.
They were
Well,
already patrolling the area already. Okay.
You remember the quiet slopes is there's a base there, and then there's the place we attacked, and they're like side by side on the map.
Yeah, so that's where they probably came from. Okay, no, I was one, and they were in Mecca. All right, if we travel along this, we can keep the truck. So,
but then you have to be on the inside, not the outside.
Well, we're on this side. Yeah, we don't want to be on the monster side. The monster side is monster.
Yeah. Okay.
Again,
Yeah, because somebody
you weird non-sparry people.
Yeah, somebody put your token already on the monster side. So, just to clarify.
I did that because we were talking about being there already. It's the only reason why I did that.
But then you started asking if we get the truck over, and I suggested, if we don't go over the wall, and also here's an important point: if we do get attacked by hostiles, then we can go over.
I come from a world where this is the normal thing. We just fight monsters all the time, so literally, it's what we do. They come from underground. We kill them. That's what happens.
Right. So I am depending on you two, Crusader and Lesser, to protect us and retreat quickly enough in the case that we actually end up encountering anything.
Well, we've already accomplished the mission, so
Mhm.
I can see how survival is important.
Right.
Yes,
That's
Zero.
the only objective we really need right
May your death be glorious.
now. All right. So, Lesser, go ahead and lead the charge, and we're gonna go back to making stealth checks and moving, I guess. We could...
Not so
Okay.
much.
Okay, so you're on the inside and you're moving with the truck and Max, right?
Right.
Right. We'll have to stop shortly before we get to this base, and then try to do some reconnoitering, which I guess Lesser and Crusader myself can do.
Okay, yeah, then everybody who steers the vehicle or pilots the mech, roll please.
And Cobra.
Yeah, but
I mean, Cobra's going to have to roll pretty well to overcome how badly we've done. The two
no.
mechs.
Cobra? Cobra, are you
sorry.
there?
Yeah, I'm just having a very bad bout of nausea, so I wasn't able to hear most of that. I was dry heaving. Sorry.
Okay.
So what was the question?
Yeah, you could make a stealth roll, but basically it doesn't matter because the other twos failed so hard.
Okay, well, will survival help at all?
Yeah. Yeah. After maybe driving 2 or 3 hours alongside a cliff, you get spotted by infantry from the mountains, and they shout down to you, stop or we will open fire. You can't see how much soldiers there are, because yeah, they up on the hills and you're down the cliffs so that you can drive your truck.
Well,
And
they've still spotted us, so we need to figure out our next maneuver then.
yeah,
You're the executive officer. You say what the next maneuver is.
yeah, he told you this guy seems like an officer, and he has some badges on his shoulder, and he told you to stop. What do you do?
Well, it's one guy, right?
Yeah, but one guy you can see.
Um,
And he said, we will shoot. Not he will shoot. We will shoot.
Well, I mean, they're not in our direct path, right? We're passing adjacent to them.
Yes.
We could probably keep on going, honestly, and just kind of fly past and ignore them.
Okay, but then you will take some rounds of shooting.
well, he has to get within 10 hexes of us to do that.
Yeah. We're in narrative combat right now. In narrative combat, mech weapons have a kilometer of range and some have kilometers. And so, yeah, technically,
They get their pot shots.
Also,
in.
there's weapons that
Yeah.
have like 20, 25 range, so they don't have to be
Okay.
10 Rexes to hit us.
Well, the thing I'm worried about is the reliable ones that automatically hit.
Oh, yeah, sure, but I'm more worried about the arcing and the,
Okay,
the weapons the E weapons too. The ones that track
We
you down,
run-
go around
we-
corners.
We run for it. What happened?
okay. Yeah, they try to shoot at the truck because they guess they have the easiest time taking that down. And then can I like just tell this thingy to shoot several times? And yeah, they shoot at the truck and they manage to damage the tires, or rather the snow tracks, and your truck is now immobile. You can dismount and run for it.
Yeah,
Yeah, we get out of the truck, we link up with the mechs, and now we're with the mechs.
and
Yeah.
I think we've established the mechs cannot.
Your microphone is acting up. You only hear half.
Oh, I'm sorry. We have established that the mechs cannot carry humans, right?
The
Oh.
cockpits aren't big enough to fit an additional human inside. No, but I mean we can carry them.
Yeah, let's physically pick them up and get out of here.
Yes, that you can do.
All right.
Then
So we need to drift further from the wall. I'm going to suggest that we try aiming for the next woods.
Was this well? Where do we have our?
Yeah. Where did we have our encounter? Like right there?
yeah, no, I guess you have to encounter like in this one and
Wow, you can get far at all.
yeah.
Okay,
See-
well let's. Not that surprising. Let's keep going.
Okay.
Like
The
I said.
executive officer, Zero. So if you want to flip to the other side of the wall, it's less near.
Good question. Yeah, I think that would throw them off some. If we jump the wall right now, we should be able to evade any pursuit. They shouldn't be coming down after us. So let's jump the wall now and go ahead and move as far south as we can after that.
Okay. Now,
Which we moved like 2, so I guess we have 3 south now.
then it's a little bit stormy when you enter. Then move 1 hex. Who moves? One.
Theta?
Sorry, I'm used to you controlling the token.
I know.
I mean, how much latency do you have that you can't move one token, Griff?
Like 10 seconds.
I can wait.
Okay. Oh no, that's the wrong roll.
Yep, gotta do weather.
Okay, better gets better.
Next hex.
Better stays the same.
And last hex for the day. Before it hits night.
Better stays same. So you want to take 10 hours for the night?
Well, we were spotted in pursuit, so I would say let's go ahead and move through the night and get out of patrol range of this base. We
Okay.
could actually cut across towards our southeast, and that should be perfectly fine.
Okay, then move another hex. Better stays the same. Hex. Better stays the same. Next hex. Better stays same. Did you move a hex? I didn't look.
No, I was waiting for you to say move another hex.
Yeah, move another hex. And better stays same.
Right, and I think we have one more, and that would be it, and it is dawn again.
Correct. Yeah, and better stays the same.
Alright. So we should have evaded most attention. We should probably just bed down here and get some rest now, because we are probably exhausted.
Yeah. You just were on the feet for over 20 hours. Like 26 hours or so. With exhausting combat and pursuit in the middle.
Right. So we'll rest up, and I'll use my Omni Hook to communicate to our employers and ask the status of the front. How far has it moved in the past couple of days? And does it look like it is going to push far up the canyon wall to the plain of blizzards?
You mean the last 1 day?
Oh, yeah. I thought there was like another day of movement we were up since we left, so.
Yeah, no, I mean, Was it? Yeah. Right. One day of assault and then one additional day.
Mhm.
Okay. So, let me guesstimate how far it moved. Let's say 50 kilometers. So about 5 hexes.
So if we were to take about the nearest point,
Okay. Thanks. I couldn't move it.
I'm just kind of like, you got yours in like multiple parts.
Yeah, I mean the blue one got closer, of course, because now there's fighting.
You know, I already
Right.
moved them. Oh, you said 5, so all I did was select them and push forwards 5. So
Yeah, I will push him.
no, I mean I already did.
So if we take at least one more day,
How
all right,
do I
2 more
move
days
this?
they'll be at that opening. If we actually hold out here for a little bit, they might push past the bases. At which point we'll be basically entirely in the clear.
Oh, their front moved more than 5 kilometers.
Yeah, because the blue ones are the ones the pushing. Why can't I move the line when I only select a single line?
No, I meant that I moved the blue line forward 5 kilometers as well as the enemy front line.
Yeah, but the enemy front moved more, but the blue ones, of course.
Well, no, the blue
Like-
line then moved more than the enemy, so I guess
Yeah,
they're
that way.
crushing Arlington.
I mean, and this one doesn't need to cover their thing. Who just flew? Doesn't matter. Okay, the red line moved.
So the no man's land is very small.
Yes. I mean, it's there
Which
again.
makes
And
sense because nobody's really set up anything. They're just kind of constantly pushing now.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it's overcome at least one of the cliff bases, so
Mhm.
there is that.
Yep. So once we rest up, I'm going to suggest we move to the spot that I circled. That's 1 day of movement, and we can kind of camp out there on the periphery and probably be perfectly okay.
Well, you say that, but you two are very exposed to the elements right now.
That is incredibly true, which is why we're going to need your master igloo building skills.
I mean, who of you has stuff like the Sylph or what's it called? The
I have invent or create, which is I think what we used last time. No, we used
No.
survival last time. Well, I mean, I can't invent or create an igloo if survival
No.
fails.
No, I meant like a Sylph suit or this
Oh
other
yeah, no,
suit.
I have a silk suit.
Yeah, but you're in the mech. You don't need it as much as the other guys.
I'm sorry, what? Do you know what a silk suit is? This thing eats my waste. I'm not giving it to somebody else. Like,
It's got lesser all over it. Oh.
I mean, that's literally like, hey, here's my child's diaper. Put it on. It's like, no,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, I didn't suggest you giving away. I suggested that Zero will have it extra hard because he doesn't have something additional like a Sylph suit. Sorry.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, you
But-
can't see the sarcastic faces I'm making at Zero right now.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Zero. It's a code.
Yup. But
I
I've
mean-
got a fashionable code.
I mean, in
And
the
by that
igloo,
I mean it's probably not actual equipment. So.
in the igloo, it's pretty fine, but outside, even through your thick coat, it's cold.
Right. So, I can try to make as much time as we can before either I or Cobra freezes to an unnecessary degree.
I have good
Wait.
news for you, Zero.
What's up?
The freezing cold will preserve your body so your DNA can be harvested for the next version of you. Assuming that our assuming that our people that hired us are
Ouch.
willing to go for that.
The freezing
What?
will cause the cells to expand, which will crush the interiors of them.
Don't say that to him. He doesn't need to know that.
No, I've read my textbooks. I understand that. But we can still try to push until it gets too cold for Cobra and I, and then we can try to igloo up.
Yeah,
Where
cool.
I think our only time constraint right now is food, and we still had at least a little bit of that left.
Yeah, you still have like 2 or 3 days left before you begin starving.
Okay.
Yeah, the hypothermia will take you well before that. Don't worry.
Oh yeah. So
And
uh,
Zero brought a wilderness kit, and wilderness kit also contains extra warm clothes. So yeah,
Hey, so I've got that too.
oh,
and not
perfect.
Zero. Cobra brought a wilderness kit.
Yeah,
Not
What
Zero.
you do
Yeah.
is you pitch a tent in my next hand, right? It's a very shaky tent ride.
Still, at any rate, my suggestion is we push south as far as we can until we reach barriers.
Yeah, then start pushing.
Data, move us a token space.
A token space, got it.
Sorry,
Okay,
my
let us
brain
stay
don't work
same.
so good.
Not a
Second
full
hex.
space, just a token space.
Let us second hex I already wrote.
Right, go ahead and move that.
Then third hex. Weather stays the same. Fourth hex. Weather stays the
Oh,
same.
we've gone off course.
Fifth hex. Weather stays the same. You've got luck with blizzards.
Okay.
And then it's sunset.
Okay, so we can camp here, build the igloo, and we'll be fine for now.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm monitoring the front line, which may or may not have moved up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Dumply, I moved my the dice to my other table, so I have a hard time making hidden rolls.
You can also do /GM roll.
Yeah, I can do that. What?
Yup,
I
it'll appear
really
only to you and people with GM power.
Yeah, but several of you got GM powers.
Well, I'm in player only mode for specifically that reason.
And I have no
Okay.
idea what your rolls mean, so.
yeah. Okay. It moved another 5 hexes.
So if this point is 5 up,
Yeah, basically we should adjust it because it's not beyond the wall, it's only on. So it also collapses inward a little bit. But yeah.
so I can inquire to our employers about the status of these 2 no-man land bases right now.
Yeah. They will stay manned and they will just walk around them because they are basically there to hunt animals and they won't leave their base. And so it's just walk around these bases and leave a little bit of manpower behind so they don't fall into a back. But sieging them is just wasted time and effort.
Do they believe that they will not leave their base for any reason other than wildlife?
Yeah, but they won't leave large scale, but they still have their artillery guns. So if get too close, you could get hit.
Okay. If we take 2 days, we could take this path and basically jump the cliff at that point.
Yeah, you could do that.
So that's going to be my suggestion for the future now. If we didn't take our off-course detour, we'd be 1 space closer and we could have jumped that cliff. But yeah, so that's my recommendation as XO here. Let's stay warm, get some rest, and move out tomorrow.
Then full sleep the night, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you wake up and it's slightly stormy.
Ooh, there we go. Yeah. Oh,
So
that's perfectly fine. We know we can handle that. So we press on south and east.
Then
Southeast.
Southwest.
Okay, I heard the captain.
South.
Southeast it is.
No, yeah. Straight to the enemy front line. No.
Strange
Okay, let
move,
us-
captain.
Southwest. Come on. Come on, man.
let us is the same.
Over here.
Next hex,
X2.
that's the same. Next hex. And next hex.
There we go.
And one last hex for today, if I'm not mistaken. And it gets better. It's just a little bit of snowdrift again.
Yay, just in time then.
Just yeah, I think basically we can stop rolling now. Even if the blizzard will full on hit you, you may starve for a day, but you will get there in safety and get back to the
Right.
front
Even
line.
if we starve for a little bit, we are basically in the clear unless there's someone on a direct pursuit course for us or something.
No, the Plikra forces have other things to do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 2 stray mechs aren't their highest concern anymore.
Good, good. So congratulations, everyone. Mission accomplished.
Yeah. So when you get back to the Alliance of Hope forces, the general has a lot of stuff on its hands, so he doesn't have time to congratulate you. But Captain Mabe, if you remember her, congratulates you and thanks you for your good work. Their advance is working very well, and if it continues like that, they will win the war in a few weeks, maybe sooner.
Excellent.
You-
That's great
so
to
you
hear.
worth your mana. Mana is the interstellar currency.
Thanks expressed in money is definitely appreciated.
Yeah,
But I assume our employer takes a cut.
yeah. Yes, of course. And there's also thanks expressed in a little party and some alcohol for you.
Well, after roughing it through the wilderness, cold, and blizzards, I think a small party with the Alliance of Hope sounds just like what we need.
I mean, not too long and not too wild because they have to continue war. But
Of course, of course. But we can always keep the party going with ourselves and our paycheck.
yes, you can do that. So we still got some time on our hands. You can stay on the planet a little bit or plot your downtime off planet. So I ask you to prepare downtime actions. Has anybody of you got anything he wants to do?
I don't know what downtime actions are available.
Yes. Downtime actions. It starts at page 82, and you. I mean, some are some downtime actions are more mission specific, where you get something for the missions, but you can also ask for mech reserves that will roll over into your next mission. But one downtime action you can read up a little bit. One is get a damn drink. You could get creative, get organized, gather information, get connected, ground and barter.
I do like getting connected, and that is sort of my thing. So I can talk to people, say, "Oh yes, we just finished up a mission," and say, "Hey, if you're looking for more things or no more people who need help or things like that. So yeah, make connections here. We're small heroes now, and that might help us in the future.
So you do that off planet at the next station you're waiting. Oh,
Okay.
okay, yeah. After the mission, you get handled by Siren, your handling officer at the Mirror Smoke Company. Also, 2 badges this time, one for accomplishing the mission and one for bringing every pilot back.
Noticeably missing one of those from a previous mission.
Okay. Zero, take a roll for your get connection action.
And-
Okay. So
I'm
I'm
gonna-
gonna roll get a hold of, if that makes sense.
You get a hold of. Yeah, okay. Explain it to me. I don't see the sense.
Get a hold of is apparently the process of like finding people and knowing who knows what. So I am finding the people who are actually useful, and then demonstrating that I can go tit for tat with them here. I help them, they help me.
Right. Yeah. Your connection will help you. You can work out who you got connected to if you want to the next mission.
Okay.
But you've got to do a favor or make good on a promise after they help you.
Get a connection and do a favor in the future.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I'd like to gather information. I want to hack the little communication systems and military databases to get information on Ra.
On what?
Ra.
Ra?
Ra.
It
Ra,
would be
Ra.
one of the horse things, right?
Huh?
No. Ra. Don't you know Ra? No, Ra.
No.
Ra is the original NHP that took Deimos, the moon of Mars, and just vanished it completely, and now
Okay.
goes around abducting people from worlds. And it's the original
Oh.
thing that said don't make any more AIs, and that's why they started making NHPs. That's why we call them NHPs and not AIs.
Okay, yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Its the whereabouts of Deimos is unknown, usually because it just shows up in places and then vanishes. But yeah, like I said, I'm hacking databases.
I guess I have to do more reading up on the background.
Oh yeah,
I
no, that's a
admit
major event. The disappearance of Deimos is the reason why blink gates exist, because they like reverse engineered what Ra did to make blink gates.
Why do they put important stuff like that in the back?
No, that's all the lore is in the back. So
Yeah. Yeah, but in the back of the lore even. Okay, go ahead. Yes, you wrote. Yeah. Get information. So yeah, you have the page for gather information in front of
Yep.
you.
on a result
which-
of 10 and 19, you find the information you're looking for. However, choose one. You leave clear evidence of your rummaging, or you have to dispatch someone along the way or implicate someone innocent. I am going to choose the second one. I'm going to have to dispatch someone along the way or implicate someone innocent. In this case, I want to implicate an information broker that I see their login information on the system, and I want to recode my login attempts as them.
Okay. Please hit me up in Discord with this, so I'll prepare some information for you till next session.
Next season.
Session.
I believe
Yeah,
that starts after September. the next season. I've got plenty of time.
So, yeah. Okay. Cobra and Crusader.
Let's get a damn drink. No, I could. Go ahead.
Yes.
Oh, I was going to suggest I will also outreach to people because I am here to spread the word of the Demiurge and to bring, peace to people that, the good works that you do in this world will repay you in the next. So I guess that would be getting connected.
Okay. Then go ahead and roll, you two.
Okay. You're not helping. I have a skill, lead and inspire. Wow. That'll be my only 20. Thanks, everybody.
Second, let me just take some notes. Okay, so basically you go preaching around your god and people
Well,
like
and
your preaching.
doing charitable works and donating my, most of my income to the church.
So-
Not a lot of fun.
So yeah, please you free have a look at a reserves list you could have for the next mission if you want to have any input on that. Okay, and then it's Cobra. You wanted
Alright.
to.
Let's get a damn drink. Now, would you rather I will survive for the consuming of alcohol or apply fist to faces for the inevitable bar brawl?
Yeah, it's your choice how you go about it.
Well then, my better one is apply fist to faces, so let's go.
So yeah, you get drunk and you're pretty good, and you were so good at hitting up the other guy that he doesn't want to tell anybody.
In fact, you make friends afterwards, but I do end up losing my axe.
I think you get to choose two things with a roll like that, don't you?
You get one of the
Yes.
following as reserves and lose one of the following.
On
On a
20 plus, you
result,
get two and don't lose anything.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Friend or connection, and let's say a useful item or piece of information.
Okay. Then so you wanna fluff out hanging around a little bit, or shall we jump to the retro, to the retro perspective, and talk about what was good, what wasn't as good?
Well, I enjoyed this session immensely. My character got to be really brave. I was getting kind of down on myself after our Warhammer fantasy game when I was playing a squire with a weapon skill of only 26, and he had to keep fleeing combat to go get help. So this time, being a badass felt nice.
You did almost die for it, but it was very cool.
Yes, it was.
That said, I feel like every time I make weapon choices, I incidentally pick the wrong ones. I
Which
mean,
one-
the thermal lance actually worked out really well for our first set of encounters, just not so much for this one.
Yeah, but
they just came within range too fast.
yeah, I think the problem with this one was you were so spread out that they had only one target to choose each time.
hmm
So
Yeah, I kind of put myself in that position because I'm like, oh, I can tank it. Then it's like, oh, there's 20 of them. Oh, and they also have reliable.
it was 16, but yeah.
Yeah. It's still way too much for me to handle. I mean, I did absorb it all, so they didn't just like boost in and then like ready up to shoot everyone if they popped out or something. And we did complete the main objective regardless, so we did good on all of that.
So we had an AoE weapon, but we lost it, right?
Yes, we had two of them. We had the Hex charges, which got blown up when we were fighting the big ice monster, and the Thermal Lance, which went down with my mech.
Okay.
Those would have been really good. I just did not get a chance to use mine.
Well, the shotgun sounds like it's pretty sweet because it has the threat range of 3.
Yeah, so Cobra can run in and control a situation, but if there's 16 things and they have to start within it, he has to put himself into a very dangerous position to actually get it to work. I was making the assumption that that anything passing through would work, but that's incorrect.
No, that was a bizarre reading of D&D 3.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm glad that they don't do
I
it
guess
that
I'm
way.
like too used to that. It's just like a permanent part of my brains now, you know?
A little bit.
I mean, there are other games where it works like the old D&D too. So not
Mhm.
just D&D, but yeah.
How do you feel about the choices that you made, Lester? Like all of your AI stuff seems to work out pretty well for you right now.
Yeah, I like being able to abandon my mech and have it still do stuff.
Yeah, it's making a very convincing case for like getting the consigliere mech system, you know?
The what
And
now?
then you get really cool ones later on.
I don't know what you just said.
The default AI that you can get without a talent is like 2 points, I
Oh yeah,
think.
no, but the one I have with the
Dummy
talent will
pilot.
also no, but that thing is stupid. That thing
Yes.
barely does anything. The one I
Yeah,
have
you got a really
also
good one. That's basically a second character.
yeah, because it also has my talents and everything. Well, it doesn't right now. Right now, it just can do normal stuff on its own. But when I get to the third level of it, it'll have all my talents.
Yeah, but after this mission and till next week, you now get another license level and you can pick a talent. So you could have it next week.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, I will. That's
at-
literally what I'll put it in. Also, I'll now have a goblin.
Yep. If everyone goes to rank 2, everyone will have vastly different mechs next time.
Well, assuming nobody just like mix and matches their 2 level 1s.
Right. Which I think Rafferty was thinking about.
I mean, the Everest is a good mech, and
Mm-hmm.
you can play it at higher levels. Of course, it's the base mech, and you want to play around with other choices at some point. But one thing I tried to do with this mission is to show you the value of repairs, and without an Everest and its cheap structural repairs, after the second fight, some of you would have been out of repairs already.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, future missions without the Everest are going to be a lot more taxing on per mission resources for sure.
Yeah. But...
I guess in terms of group configuration, I'm going to end up being more backline now, and so is Theta. That leaves Cobra and Crusader to kind of pick up the slack on that.
Which is a weird thing for you to say when I'm specifically a stealth and sniper mech.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of a reaction mech, and so is Cobra. I have a good group defense option. And that's basically what we're relying on. The Goblin is like pure hacker, so that's going to be weird.
Yep, I am weird.
Mm-hmm. But when you go pure sniper and things start blowing up easily, then things should be okay. All we have to do is make sure that you end up protected. All right.
Yeah. Okay. We talked a little bit about this in the chat about the direction of the campaign. So two players were like, yay, let's go on something longer, like a single planet or a single longer mission where everything is more connected. One was like, whatever I want, and Rafferty made a suggestion. I don't know how much emotional behind it of having this connected one-shots, but right now I have a hard time connecting one-shots. So I guess everybody's fine if I just pull a longer mission out of my head. I'm not sure if I pick Wallflower, something self-made. You will see next week, but okay.
Should be
Yeah.
exciting anyway.
Yeah.
I made a note that I don't know if you still find it, but Heavy Gear had an example of a longer military.
Yeah, I never played Heavy Gear.
It's a rare game.
It's what?
I said it's a pretty rare game.
Yeah. And nowadays, with all the RPGs and traveling and stuff I do, I don't play as much computer games anymore.
Mm.
But I have the next one planned already. Borderlands
Yeah.
3. It's pre-ordered.
It was both a computer game. Well, it was funny because it was a tabletop game, and then when Activision lost their BattleTech license, it just said, "We'll just buy Heavy Gear."
Yeah, I played the BattleTech RPG strategy game that came out last year, but I never finished it because
Oh, they made another one. Wow.
yeah. And
It's gotta be better than Time of War.
hopefully, Tata is how I played Yeneva. This mission, is it better than last one?
Well, yeah, I
I
mean,
hope.
last one you didn't do anything. Everything
Yeah.
is improvement. I mean,
Yeah.
I was hoping it would talk more, I guess. I was hoping it would act more like an interactive NPC is what I was hoping for.
Yeah. Maybe we have to talk a little bit about it. I have one part is I have a hard time imagining myself as a crazy god, crazy NHP god, and second one is I also not too sure how to make this talking NPC talk a lot and still have it fun. So I'm staying more on the silent part. I'm used to groups where people self-talk with the NPCs, so they play their character and the NPC themselves. But of course, this also can get out of hand. So I'm not sure how to proceed. If you still want more talking, I'll try to do it next time.
Sure.
But
Man, now I have 20 sensor range and a +6 tech attack.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and for players, I'm used to players which prefer to self-talk their own NPC. Which doesn't mean that it's the.
See, I
only way
don't
to play.
mind. Yeah, I don't mind controlling the NPC when it's like controlling the mech because I'm not there. But at the same time, I do like an NPC that'll talk to me.
Yeah. You prefer me talking it. I got it now.
That way, I'm not thinking because I will always go with my own thought process, and it's hard for me sometimes to consider the other point of view. So it's good to have another voice saying, "Hey, but what about this?" or "Hey, shut the fuck up, I'm your god." You know, one of these things.
yeah. I give it some thought. Okay, anybody have anything? I think the rules are clarified now. You will see what happens next mission. I found out how I can see your licenses, so you don't have to write me them. I can look them up myself.
Good. I guess I'll get to updating this later, so that'll be fun.
Yeah, I've got a shopping trip to go to, but maybe Griffin, when I'm done with that, could I ask you help in leveling up again until I get better at this?
Sure can. There's going to be Mutants and Mastermind later that I'm going to be in, but afterwards we could go ahead and talk.
Oh,
Excellent, thank you.
and as a little reminder, you have when you level up, you have the option of retrofitting, so you can undo some, not all of your choices, but some of your old choices if you want to. So
Right. I was looking at hack and fix, and I'm thinking now that we have a dedicated hacker, maybe I don't need that as a trigger.
So the weird thing is on the sheet, for Roll20, your size can only be 0 or 1, but the goblin is a 0.5 size mech, so it's like, can't fit that in there. I'm in that
Just go
situation.
0, disappear from reality. It's
Well,
fine.
I'm in that situation again. What we talked about before when I was talking about the Atlas is that my mech is the same size as a person, so I could literally just walk around like Iron Man all the time if I wanted. Or the more fun option now is that my AI, my NHP, can control my mech. So literally, I can walk around, and my mech can walk around right next to me.
And then you can give it a high five. Yeah.
Literally could.
But
Well,
you're the one using the carpool lane.
well, again, that my mech can just keep walking around without. I can just be asleep on my mech, but it's a human-sized thing. So I'm just walking around asleep. My arms are moving around.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
We found it. The true reason to push for AI rights, so that you and Alexa can both be in the carpool lane. We did.
Yeah, great. Carpool lane. It's something we haven't got in Germany. I
No,
know
you just
stuff
have the crazy full-on speed lane.
Yes, of course. And if somebody only drives 120 kilometers in the left lane, I'm like, wow, go fucking out of the way. I want to drive fast. And I don't even have that fast a car, but
we all know the feeling over here, but we just ignore all the numbers, so it's effectively the same.
okay. I heard speeding offenses are treated much more harsher than in Germany over there. So.
Yeah, over here, just sort of slap on the wrist and a few $100 fine, which, I mean, is still a whole lot, but...
Yeah. Yeah, but in Germany, if you drive like less than 20 kilometers per hour too fast, it's like 50 or 80 euro. And I mean, that's after the tolerance, so they subtract a little bit of kilometers. And I mean, 20 kilometers too fast is a lot already.
Oh, no, that's about how much they are in the US.
Okay. Okay, yeah, then maybe it's not that much different.
They used to be more lenient, and then they found out they could get money.
Yeah, but yeah. But funny part is they actually, at least in Germany, they don't actually earn that much money if you calculate the time they put in. So okay. Anyway, if nobody wants to discuss the game anymore, I mean, still have some time.
It was fun.
Yep, I had fun. I think
I
I
have fun.
don't have anything else to add right now, though. I'm just excited to level up stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
I'll help you with that too, Raph, if you want me to as well.
Yeah,
I'll just have to hit you up some point.
better sniper.
Well, I'm now at the point where I have a gun that I can only fire as a reaction, and I have no other physical attacks. So, well, it's like a free attack I can make when I use a lock on. Otherwise, I'm just full on tech attacks.
I'll have to resist the option to have 4 LMGs and just spray an entire field with bullets as a reaction.
Why would you not do that?
Because it's just a little excessive, and maybe I want a AoE attack too.
You're a giant robot. Why would you not want to do that? You're already overkill.
Maybe I will go overkill, but that's basically the option presented in front of me right now. So that's all I'm going to deal with.
Can you barrage with all 4 of them?
Yes.
That would have solved like all our problems.
It absolutely would have. They only do 1d3 plus 1, but they're good for a lot of other reasons.
You sure you can barrage with all of them? Are they only on
They
2
are
slots?
auxiliary weapons, and I could have 4 auxiliary slots in 2 mounts.
Just to bring up something I brought up earlier in the game, I don't know if anyone saw. Did anybody else take system as their pilot thing? Systems points?
Yeah, I took system points.
Did you notice that it increases your sensor range?
I did, and I think that is
Yeah.
incorrect.
Yeah, I know, it's
maybe with
wrong.
a previous version.
No, it is wrong. I double checked it. I've double checked it like
Mhm.
twice now because I keep forgetting every time we load up the game.
Yeah, so I've
'cause-
been assuming 10, and you said that it could go up to 11.
Oh yeah, because your grit.
So this session I
increases.
went with that.
Yeah. Well, I just noticed now because I increased my sensor range to 20, and it's saying 24 because I have 4 systems. So it's like, no, wait, it's
Mhm.
wrong.
Yeah. But yeah, the LMGs I'm looking at are arcing and accurate and range 15.
Wait, arcing?
Yes, arcing.
That means they don't need line of sight?
I believe it means that they ignore cover.
No, they don't ignore cover. You still get inaccuracy for cover. There's like smart or something which ignores cover.
But it's a machine gun. Is it a machine gun?
It is a special quad barrel machine gun.
Right. So those are ballistic weapons. They don't arc. The ballistic weapons fly straight.
I don't pretend to understand their decision behind it. I just know I want it.
Yeah, but technically, if you shoot an AK-47 straight into the air and the bullet hits somebody on the way down, it's still deadly. I mean, it's fucking hard to hit something that way, but it's still deadly.
Yeah, but I have like the
Yeah.
mech and the weapon built entirely for it, I guess. Maybe it fires them really slowly.
I think this is second system effect kicking in, where somebody said, well, it has such a high volume of fire that it should just go ahead and ignore cover because it fires so many bullets. But that's arcing means like it's lobbed, like a grenade, like
Yeah,
it goes
ignores
over.
line of sight as long as it can trace a path to its target, but still takes cover into account.
Right. So the image is you wildly firing a machine gun into the air and the bullets coming down on people. There are weapons like that, so it's just a little.
It's a little goofy, but that's acceptable, honestly.
I mean, if we're gonna do Gal Force, we might as well just go whole Gal Force. I mean, come on.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, 4 of these is very tempting because, like you said, it would have solved this immediately.
It would have
Minimum
solved
damage,
that.
hit everyone.
It would have solved it. You could shoot at them on the other side of the wall because it's a machine gun that arcs bullets over the wall. You just sit there
Exactly.
and they're going wee. Which is just ridiculous. But I understand this is a game in beta, so maybe someone will catch that, and maybe someone won't.
Maybe it'll change, maybe it won't. Even if it doesn't have arcing, it still has accurate, and that's still really great.
Oh, it's accurate. Well, yeah, that's pretty sweet.
And then I just go fly, and now I have 2 accuracy. Hooray.
Can I raise one of my talents up to rank 3 at level 2?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, so at this level, I can now create eidolons. So I could make a construct to an enemy mech that looks like that dragon that we fought.
I think it acts as cover, too, doesn't it?
Hard cover by allies but not enemies, is immune to all damage and obstructs movement for all
So
characters.
you build the cover, I hide behind it, and then I just start
Now,
spreading
what's
an arc.
the difference between hard cover and soft cover?
I have to look it up.
Hard cover is 2 inaccuracy, and soft cover is 1 inaccuracy, rules-wise, if you meant that.
Because I have the ability that when I'm in threat range, when I'm engaging. Now, what does it mean to engage someone?
You would have to be in their threat range, I think. Basically,
If I'm in
melee
someone,
to melee.
if I'm in someone else's threat range, I'm engaging them.
Engagement 94. No, it's engagement is basically adjacency. You have to be with one space of something.
So next to them. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the special ability that when I'm engaging enemies, I get soft cover, and any friends nearby also get soft cover, which is worded in a weird way.
Yeah, but soft cover doesn't count against melee and only
Oh,
counts
adjacent.
against
It
range.
says, yeah. It says, as long as I'm engaging with at least one hostile character, I have soft cover. This bonus extends to any allies adjacent to me.
Yeah.
Which is weird. You might as well just say adjacent if engagement means adjacent. But hey.
Yeah, but your allies aren't technically engaged with you because they
No,
aren't
I mean,
hostile.
why they say as long as I'm in engagement with a hostile character. Why not just say
Yeah.
I'm adjacent to a hostile character if that's what engagement means?
Yeah. Yeah, but
All right. So I'm gonna take a little break here, and I'll catch you all next time then.
yes.
Been
I
fun.
also need to take care of some things. So thank you.
Thanks for